Let's get started with the top-tier addicts of the natural world. Number 10. Dolphins getting high on pufferfish. Imagine this scene. A group of teenage dolphins passing around a pufferfish like it's the exclusive toy of an underwater party. No joke. These ocean youngsters have discovered that gently nibbling the pufferfish releases a mild neurotoxin. Instead of dying, like you would if you bit too hard, the dolphins fall into what marine biologists politely call a trance-like behavior. Frankly, the dolphins are hosting a collective, getting high session. Researchers have actually filmed these dolphins floating just beneath the surface, rolling around like they've forgotten which way is up. And the pufferfish? It's probably just praying to whatever fish god exists that these mammals would pick on someone else. But no. Because dolphins, behind all those cute smiles, are thrill-seeking pranksters with an IQ high enough to coordinate a shared trip. You think this is just a momentary impulse? Wrong. Dolphins are so smart that some scientists believe this is learned behavior, a sort of ocean version of passing the joint. Next time you see a dolphin, remember, behind that adorable face is a little marine rebel, blissfully zoned out on pufferfish toxin like it's no big deal. Number 9. Wallabies getting wasted on opium. Australia, the land of kangaroos, giant spiders, and, believe it or not, wallabies addicted to opium. This isn't some bizarre urban legend, just another normal day in Tasmania. Farmers there grow legal poppy crops for painkillers, and the wallabies casually waltz in to munch on the pods. After a hearty feast, they get so high they start hopping in circles until they trample the fields into what people call mysterious crop circles. Aliens? Nope. Just a bunch of stoned wallabies. Imagine you're the farmer, walking out to check your crops and seeing a wallaby with bulging eyes and a goofy grin, standing in the middle of your flattened poppies. If that doesn't perfectly capture the chaos of nature, nothing does. It's almost poetic, a native species consuming what humans plant for exporting medicine, then turning themselves into psychedelic dance experts. If you ever thought animals were above human vices, congratulations. You were wrong. Even the cute, furry wallaby is just one opium binge away from becoming your farm's #1 menace. Number 8. Jaguars and the Yage hallucinogen. If you've ever wondered whether jaguars have spiritual journeys, the answer is yes, very much so. Deep in the Amazon, these giant cats deliberately seek out the bark and roots of the Yage vine, a potent source of DMT. They chew, swallow, then stagger around the jungle in what looks suspiciously like a hallucinatory haze. You know, just your apex predator enjoying a mind-expanding lunch break. And while you picture the jungle lord on a surreal trip, scientists believe this ritual may actually sharpen their senses for hunting. Because clearly, the jaguar looked at reality and decided it wasn't quite weird enough. Watching a jaguar rub its face against vines with a blissed-out expression is like watching your neighbor's dog having an existential crisis. You can't look away, and you almost hope it's seeing something profound, like an interdimensional mouse that makes all this worth it. So yes, even one of Earth's most formidable predators sometimes needs a little chemical vacation. Feel any better about your own coping mechanisms yet? Number 7. Reindeer on magic mushrooms. Imagine a snowy tundra where reindeer frolic with glazed eyes, nibbling red and white mushrooms like they're nature's special treat. Welcome to Siberia, where reindeer deliberately seek out Amanita muscaria, the mushroom you see in Mario games, minus the extra lives. These mushrooms contain psychoactive compounds that make the reindeer behave in very un-reindeer-like ways. They stagger, twitch, and sometimes foam at the mouth in a state of blissful intoxication. Even more bizarre, local shamans have been known to drink the urine of these tripping reindeer to experience a less toxic high themselves. Because reality sometimes is stranger than any legend. Let this sink in. Reindeer get high on mushrooms, then humans drink their urine to get secondhand high. If you think your own hobbies are questionable, rest assured, you're still far removed from the eat, trip, pee ecosystem in Siberia. Next time you see Christmas decorations with flying reindeer, remember, those sleigh pullers might just be absolutely blasted on magic mushrooms. Number 6. Lemurs and poison millipedes. An ordinary lemur spends the day leaping through trees, grooming friends, and, yes, squeezing millipedes like they're toxic little stress toys. When they chew or rub millipedes against their fur, The bugs secrete defensive chemicals that repel parasites. But here's the fun part. The lemurs also get noticeably buzzed in the process. It's like using bug spray that doubles as a recreational drug. Observers have seen lemurs drooling, rolling around, blinking as if they just discovered the concept of consciousness. Scientists call it self-anointing, but let's be real. It's basically a lemur spa day with a microdose of hallucination. If you've ever felt guilty about your stress relief habits, take comfort. At least you're not rubbing a poisonous arthropod on your face just to catch a vibe. Lemurs do, and they look disturbingly satisfied about it. Number 5. Bighorn sheep and psychedelic lichen. When you think of bighorn sheep, you probably imagine them gracefully scaling cliffs, horns shining in the sun. But did you know some of them risk their lives clinging to vertical rock faces just to lick Lichenophyta? These tiny organisms clinging to the rocks contain alkaloids that can cause mild hallucinations, and the sheep seem perfectly willing to do extreme parkour for a little brain buzz. It's like watching an extreme climbing documentary where the prize isn't glory, it's a hallucinogenic snack. The sheep scrape the lichen off with their teeth, then stand there dazed, contemplating the universe, or maybe just forgetting why they climbed up in the first place. If a sheep can brave a deadly cliff for a little trip, you can definitely survive your Monday meeting without losing it. It's all about perspective. Number 4. Birds drunk on fermented berries. You might think only cartoon birds get drunk, but real life is somehow even weirder. Every fall, flocks of cedar waxwings, robins, and assorted feathered freeloaders descend on berry trees full of overripe fruit. These berries ferment in the sun, turning into tiny natural distilleries. And the birds? They gorge themselves until they can't fly straight anymore. If you've never seen a robin trying to perch on a branch and missing by 6 inches, you really should. They wobble around, crash into windows, and sometimes pass out completely. Wildlife rehab centers actually have special protocols for treating drunk birds, including, not kidding, keeping them in a quiet, dark room until they sober up. It's nature's version of spring break. Lots of feathers, probably fewer regrets. So if you thought humans invented the drunken faceplant, sorry. Birds have been doing it for ages, and they don't even pretend to be ashamed. Number 3. Caterpillars munching coca leaves. Tiny caterpillars. Giant drug issues. In South America, there are species of caterpillars that crawl up coca plants. Yes, the very coca that produces cocaine, and munch the leaves like it's their personal buffet. The alkaloids don't kill them like they would mammals. They just send the caterpillars into a hyperactive, twitchy frenzy like they're hosting a microscopic rave. Scientists think this nerve-shocking diet helps deter predators, since few creatures are reckless enough to eat a protein blob vibrating with narcotics. But just imagine the caterpillar's daily schedule. Wake up, chew coca, lose your tiny mind, repeat. That's the whole agenda. It's the ultimate ironic flex. Don't mess with me, I'm on drugs your nervous system can't handle. Mother Nature doesn't care about our idea of normal. Number 2. Elephants drunk on marula fruit. If you've ever wanted to see an elephant act like a drunk uncle at a family reunion, just visit the marula trees in southern Africa. When the fruit falls and ferments, elephants gobble it up like they've been waiting all year. What happens next is both hilarious and a bit terrifying. Tons of tipsy elephants swaying, trumpeting nonsense, and occasionally charging random objects in confusion. For years, scientists debated whether elephants were actually getting drunk or if it was just folklore. Then came all the footage. Elephants swaying like they're on a boat, leaning on each other to stay upright, generally acting like giant toddlers who discovered adult juice. Imagine having to call your insurance company and explain, "A drunk elephant crushed my Toyota." No policy fine print covers that. Number 1. Vervet monkeys addicted to cocktails. Let's wrap up with the most relatable culprits. Vervet monkeys, famous for stealing alcoholic drinks. On the Caribbean island of St. Kitts, these mischievous little primates discovered booze after raiding sugarcane plantations. The sugarcane ferments naturally into monkey moonshine. When humans showed up with real cocktails, the monkeys immediately upgraded. Because why drink fermented sugar water when there's free piña colada? Picture yourself sunbathing on the beach, and a tiny monkey runs up, snatches your drink, and chugs it like a freshman at Rush Week. That's how they live every day. Researchers studying them found something amazing. Vervets fall into human-like drinking categories. Some are moderate drinkers. Some get rowdy. Some are outright addicts, lurking around to steal any glass they can. One study even noted that younger monkeys tend to binge more, while older monkeys drink more responsibly. So yes, these furry thieves have their own bar culture. Next time you feel guilty about ordering another round, remember, somewhere in the Caribbean, a monkey is doing the same thing, just with less clothing and more hair. That's all for today. I'll be making more videos like this in the future, so make sure to subscribe to see them. And don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment about the topics you'd like me to cover next.